Hello, welcome, and we're going to continue now with the NixDev tutorials. Now comes a pretty exciting one because it sounds exciting anyway. Working with local files was really cool last time, but this I need to, yeah. Um, Doing the tutorials like this, I'm just like going through them, which is interesting. And being slow and everything, but working with local files was really, yeah, it made it clear I would have to do another one, like a deep dive. So I guess now I realize I will run through all the NixDev tutorials, and then after I'm done with them and do a little bit of practice, I'm going to do them again, but more like a deep dive. Yeah. So now we are leaving the realm of local file sets, of local files, and entering the realm of NixOS, to use Brian Beckman words when abstracting functions. So learn how to configure, install, and deploy NixOS. Deploy, that sounds cool. NixOS virtual machines, integration testing with NixOS virtual machines, building a bootable ISO image, NixOS on Raspberry Pi, continuous integration with GitHub Actions, building running Docker images, deploying NixOS using Terraform. Zimbarem has a nice Nix on Friday when he did, and he was doing something with Terraform. I'll have to check that. Yeah. Well, let's start with NixOS virtual machines. I think they updated this. There's this new tutorial where you can like, I don't know how familiar you are with NixOS virtual machines, but yeah, something new what popped is you can boot up a virtual machine, and it boots up like in a window, right? It boots in a window and comes with, graphical interface. But I think that's new. Like in this tutorial, you can like boot up a virtual machine in the terminal. That will be really cool because as in Finisal does in his Nixa our stream, sometimes you want to try things like we want to try things out and experiment, but you really, even though you can roll back, right? But it's easier, I guess, and to have more like a sandbox kind of environment, it would be easier to kind of boot up a virtual machine and do something. And I think he does in Finicel. In Finicel, Nix, our VM, he has like a VM template. Right, there's the code, I think. Nix our hosting code. Let's look at the code. 2 weeks ago, Nix our 70. No, it's not here. Templates, look at this. Templates VM. Did he change something 2 months ago? Stateless. Stateless NixOS VM demo template. So this is a template for a stateless NixOS VM for demonstration. This is related to Sonix. Sonix. This is one of the other projects he did. Sonix. Sane, stable, stateless NixOS setup. Sane, stable. This is a fairly straightforward setup for making a NixOS system configuration stateless without relying on experimental Nix features. Nix channel disabled, Nix packages managed with niv that we can pin. With niv we can like pin the Nix packages revision, something like with flakes. The same Nix packages is used for system and all Nix commands. This includes the Nix packages of version, config, and overlays. So the stateless NixOS VM demo, and then you do Nix build and result, run, and then you can do some stuff inside, where you want to experiment, and then you just drop it. So you don't have to like break things in your environment. All right. I don't know, maybe it's this. I'm curious kind of, will the VM tutorial have something to do with this? Um, well, let's try. NixOS virtual machines. One of the most important features of NixOS is the ability to configure the entire system declaratively, including packages to be installed, services to be run, as well as other settings and options. Yes, okay. NixOS configurations can be used to test and use NixOS using a virtual machine independent of an installation on a bare metal computer. Yeah, you can do that, right? It's like not even Nix. I don't know. Will this be different than NixOS VM? You can do it. I think you can just. Oh, you can try your Nix configuration. I think is this NixOS rebuild VM. Yeah, this thing. This is something what you can do right now, right? Right, troubleshooting. No, not this. NixOS rebuild build VM. To share my configuration files. Oh, somebody wants to share the configuration files as a VM? To test my configuration. I've been using Nix rebuild build VM. Wait, well, TLDR, let's do NixOS rebuild. Can we do this? Okay, NixOS, sudo NixOS rebuild switch, build and switch to new configuration. Where's the VM? Build VM, this, build a configuration and open it in a virtual machine. Wait, I'm in Nix packages. Okay, let's go to dev and make dear, yeah, NixOS VM. Let's go to NixOS VM. Oh, let's do again. So build a configuration and open it in a virtual machine. Sudo NixOS rebuild build VM. Sudo NixOS rebuild build VM. Right? So this will be this will now build the configuration what I have from my configuration.nix. But it's just gonna build it in VM. And then I can see it almost like rebooting, and I guess you can do changes and then rebuild it and then see how it looks like, This is how long will this take? Password, building, because it doesn't have to download anything, I think. Everything's already available. So building the system configuration. Yeah, Nix store cop. Oh, it's downloading something. Why is it downloading? Oh, come on, stop downloading. Stop downloading. My wife is watching something. I don't wanna I don't wanna make the internet slow. Missing firmware. What is he doing? Building unit. Okay, now it's gonna build. Building boot. It's gonna do something. Building next door. Rust up. Collision between rust up and an analyzer. Yeah, sometimes I see these warning collision between. What does that mean? Collision, Xorg server and Xorg protocol. What are the collisions? collisions. GTK update, okay. Hash file. Building, next store unit. Yeah, this is taking a while. So I guess it would be nice to have like some kind of lean stripped down VM setup that would build really fast. Yeah, this is really long. Structured address is enabled. Done. The virtual machine can be started by running Nix. Oh, do I have it here? Like the result? Can I run it like? How do I run it? Can I do it like with the result? Run. Can I do it like this? Does not Oh yeah, look at this. Kimu. And now it's booting. This is nice, right? This is cool. This is NixOS magic. Inception. Okay, so it's gonna boot. Probably it's gonna boot, or like, will I have to log in? Yeah, this is booting, this is booting, this is booting. Everything the same. Okay, let's see what it says then here. Let's close this. Stateless demo. Find diagnostic. Okay, this tutorial serves as an introduction creating NixOS virtual machines. The virtual machines are a practical tool for experimenting with or debugging NixOS configurations. What do you need? A working Nix installation or NixOS with a graphical environment. So you can also have Nix or NixOS. Oh, I thought you have to. I thought you have to have NixOS. You can just have Nix. Basic knowledge of Nix language. NixOS configuration is a Nix language function following the NixOS module convention. Yes, so like NixOS configuration file is just a big module. For a thorough treatment of the module system, check the module system deep dive. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Starting from a default NixOS configuration. All right, in this tutorial, you will use a default configuration that is shipped with NixOS. You can also skip this section and copy the sample configuration for this tutorial into a file configuration.nix in the current directory. You can skip this section. Okay, on NixOS, use the NixOS generate config command to create a configuration file that contains some useful defaults and configuration suggestions. Oh, like you do that the first time when you install NixOS. Basically, nowadays you don't do it because when you install NixOS, if you install it with the minimal installer, then you have to do this at the end after you partition the drives and you mount it and yeah, all those steps, and then you do the NixOS generate config, and it generates the configuration.nix that you know edit then and add stuff. But you can do this now. Before that, beware that the result of this command depends on your current NixOS configuration. The output of NixOS generation config can be made reproducible in a Nix shell. Here we provide a configuration that is used for the NixOS minimal image. So, oh, this is interesting. So yeah, so not to use the local, so this is kind of a minimal ISO image. That's used for the NixOS minimal ISO image. That's the thing, yeah. That's like if you want to install it on a server, or we want to install it at home. I think with a bit more complex installation, like with the ZFS. I used to have ZFS, and then you would have to run all these, commands to install ZFS, and then if you wanted to have encrypted, I don't think you can do this with the official installer that uses Calamatis. Yeah. Nix shell I Nix packages. All right. Cat eof let. Okay, now we have some kind of a like a multi-line string, right? With this cat eof end of file. So let what? Packages. Let packages. Import Nix packages. Right. Config empty overlays empty. This is ISO config packages path plus NixOS modules installer CD DVD installation CD minimal Nix. This is probably like taking the ISO from, all right, from Nix packages on GitHub, I guess. NixOS packages ISO config, and well, we could copy this. Stable joy. Yes, this is the same. Oh, what's with the mouse? Yeah, this is kind of, yeah, okay, let's close this. Yeah, you see, like I like to try things, but it would be really nice to try these things, but I don't need another graphical window, right? I'd like to like build a VM here, and then I'm like you know, like VM, and now I'm inside of a VM, and then I'm just inside of a VM, and then I can do stuff here. That would be nice to have that also way. Okay, so Nix shell, let's copy this. I think I can just copy and paste this, right? No, I can't. What is it? I think this is, no. Wow, what's going on? Oh, Nix shell. We provide. This should work. Why does this not? It does the following. It does what? Can't even get out. Interrupted by the Nix shell. I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you? How is this to be? I really just. I'll try once more. And maybe it's doing something, but it's not showing. Maybe that's like with bash when you do cat eof and there are let in commands. Yeah, I don't like this when I have to wait and I don't even see if it's working or not. I feel kind of dumb, you know. Maybe it would be better to start the Nix shell, and then inside of it I do the let thing. Oh, I don't know what's going. Ah, it's downloading the minimal one. All right. Created symlinks. You download it, yeah. All right. NixOS cow, Q cow result. Wait, that's the old thing. Remove. Let's remove this actually. Result. Yeah, let's remove this. So how do I inspect this? It does the following. Provide Nix packages from a channel, right? Take the configuration file for the minimal ISO image from the obtained version of the Nix packages repository. Evaluate that NixOS configuration with packages.nix. Return the derivation which produces the NixOS generate config executable from the evaluated configuration. By default, the generated configuration file is written to etc NixOS configuration.nix. To avoid overwriting this file, you have to specify the output directory. So even if I'm in a shell, it's gonna overwrite it. Even if I'm in Nix shell, not sure. To avoid overwriting this file, you have to specify the output directory, create a NixOS configuration in your working directory. So I guess this will make it. NixOS. All right, let's see this. This is cool. So am I still in the Nix shell? All right, let's just stay inside of the Nix shell. NixOS generate config. Okay, this is an option to set the dir. Writing home stable dev NixOS config. All right, for more. Okay, so now we have a configuration.nix, which is a minimal one. So let's see config lib packages imports, right? Boot. There's not much here. There is nothing here. All right, this is the most minimal one, I guess. Right? No. You will find two files. Yeah, hardware configuration.nix specific to the hardware is being run on. What did we do with the US? Oh, it did the mine. Yeah, dev disk xt4 xvfat. All right, good. The default NixOS configuration without comments. Without comments, yeah, is this. Okay, yeah, the default. Config packages, import hardware configuration, Nix bootloader. That's what we have, yeah, without the comments. To be able to log in, add the following lines to the returned attribute set. User Alice users. All right, so let's do. I'll open the configuration.nix. Set your time zone. User. Well, maybe we could just delete all this, right? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I know how to group with X, but I don't know how to. Wait, I'll just do it again. I have to learn Helix. Delete, right? Or delete. No. Is it V? No. 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 Oops. Wow. Okay. Right. Not good. Let's delete this too. All right. So yeah, let's delete this too. All right. Imports. All right. So the default. So to be able to log in, add the following lines to the returned attribute set. Yeah, I guess it'll be here. Users, Alice. We're gonna make a set is normal user. That's a big letter. Capital is normal user true. Extra groups. Okay, we're gonna put in extra groups. We're gonna put that in a list as a string. We're gonna close that too with a semicolon and close the set with a semicolon, the attribute set. Right. So now we add two lightweight programs as an example. Environment system packages. Oh, we deleted that. Let's add that again. Environment system packages. Now with packages, so then we have to write packages every time. Cowsay and lolcat. Okay. Cowsay and lolcat. All right. On NixOS, your configuration generated with NixOS generate config contains this user configuration commented out. Yeah, we deleted it. Additionally, you need to specify a password for this user for the purpose of demonstration only. You specify an insecure plain text password by adding the initial password option to the user configuration. So I guess we're gonna put that here. Extra groups initial password test. All right. Warning. Do not use plain text passwords outside of this example unless you know what you're doing. See initial hashed passwords or SSH authorized keys for more secure alternatives. Yeah, sometimes you do this just when you the first time when you install it. And then you change it. I think it was like that before. Now you don't have to do it when you install it with the Calamares. This tutorial focuses on testing NixOS configurations on a virtual machine. Therefore, you will remove the reference to hardware configuration.nix. Oh, I see, right? Because it's a virtual machine. Are we gonna remove all the imports? Yeah. So I guess we can remove all the imports. Okay. Sample configuration. So this is what we have. We should have the same, right? So the complete configuration.nix looks like this. Config packages, config lib packages. Yeah, we have lib here and there's no lib here. All right, that's one more thing we can check with the tutorial. Config packages, config lib packages. Bootloader systemd boot enable. Wait, let's write this. Print screen. Let's save this as a note. I have some notes. Notes 10, note 10. All right. Bootloader systemd, that's fine. FE touch variable, users, wheel test, initial password, Alice, cow sale, lolcat, 23. All right. Creating a QEMU, I don't know how you read this. QEMU based virtual machine from a NixOS configuration. A NixOS virtual machine is created with a nix build command. All right, also nix build command. A nix build. Oh, we're going to do all of this? Detailed explanation. The positional argument to nix build is a path to the derivation to be built. That path can be obtained from a nix expression that evaluates to a derivation. The virtual machine build helper is defined in NixOS, which is part of the Nix packages repository. Therefore, we use the lookup path. So nix build. So we're going to do nix build. Maybe I don't have to be in a shell. Am I supposed to be in a shell? I'm not sure. What will happen if I go out of the Nix shell? Not sure. Nix build. So we do Nix packages, NixOS, A, like A when we were building a package, but now we're building a VM. Now Nix packages, right? Nix packages is what? Channel NixOS -2311 again -I, and what's it going to do -I? Okay, now we're going to pass in the configuration.nix, right? So the NixOS config is what? It's the configuration.nix that we just wrote. So this command builds it. Yeah, the I option prepends entries to the search path. That's the I option. And A option specifies the attribute to pick from the provided Nix expression. So we are picking this. We set Nix packages to refer to a specific version of Nix packages, which is 23.11, and set Nix config to the configuration.nix in the current directory. On NixOS, the Nix path environment variable is usually set up automatically, and there is also a convenience command for building virtual machine. Use the current version of Nix packages to build the virtual machine. NixOS rebuild build VM. Oh, we can do this to NixOS. I guess. I guess I could do this. Let's try this first. Ah, let's try this. I guess this would work if I was not on NixOS. If you just had a Nix package manager, you could do this. That's cool. It's cool you can build a Nix. I wonder if this would work on Nix on WSL on Windows. Like, could you? Yeah, you could basically. You could make a. Is it downloading? It's building, downloading, building. Building, 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 building. And the other command, NixOS rebuild build VM. I guess I'm gonna try this. I'd like to try this outside of the Nix shell because we already have the configuration.nix in the directory. So this should work even outside of the Nix shell. Right. Well, this is taking long. Yeah. How long am I recording already? 32 minutes. All right. Building, building, building. Yeah, it would be cool if this could be faster. That's kind of interesting. Like, what would make this faster? I remember hearing in Finisol and his Nix hour, he was saying something about NixOS being slow also. When he was rebuilding, I think, a VM. So maybe this has to do with modules. Like, yeah, this is all kind of interesting things. So what do we have? How result? So how do you run a result? Running the virtual machine, the previous command created a link with the name result in the working directory. It links to the directory that contains the virtual machine. LSR. Oh, you like? Wait, let's do ISA. ISA R result. Result bin. Okay, run NixOS VM. Run the virtual machine. Oh, so you can do it with no graphic. This command will run QEMU in the current terminal due to no graphic. Will also show the boot process, which ends at the console login screen. So there is a way to do that, and it's not so complicated. Oh wow, let's try this. This is cool. Yeah, this is fast. Wonderful. All right. So now we are inside of a VM. Inside of NixOS. Yeah, when NixOS login and our user was named Alice and the password test. Ooh, print working directory home Alice. Who am I? Alice. And we have Kause. Kause. Hello, NixOS. This is nice. And we're gonna output that to lolcat. Will we get a color? We get a color. This is nice. This is nice. So yeah, the same thing will work with this, I guess, right? Let's do quit. How do I quit? Exit. No, wait. I'm gonna log in, test, and power off. Call to power off fail, access denied. How do I shut down this thing? Exit. Exit. No, you see, I can't. Test. Running the virtual machine. Sudo power off, right? Sudo power off. Test. And it's powering off. And now I'm back in my Nix shell. This is so nice. So if I exit the Nix shell itself, right? I'm now in, and then we're going to try the, because I still have the, yeah, let's delete, let's remove the NixOS and the result, right? And then we're going to try the NixOS command. Right, so we're doing like NixOS rebuild switch, like that we update the system, but we're going to do our build VM NixOS configuration one. But will it be in the shell? No, it will just build it. Yeah, exactly. It will just build it. Yeah, it will not boot the VM machine, right? Look, it's building, building, building. It's probably going to take also. Will it be faster? Created. No, I don't know. Okay, let's just check then. We'll just check. We'll check this again. Copy. So no, if you forgot to add the user to wheel or didn't set a password, stop the virtual machine from a different terminal. Sudo pkill kimo. Also that you can kill it like from a different terminal. Oh, process kill. I think this is like process kill. So you kill it from outside. Yeah, running the virtual machine will create a NixOS qcow2 file in the current directory. This disk image contains the dynamic state of the virtual machine. It can interfere with debugging as it keeps the state of previous runs, for example, the user password. Delete this file when you change the configuration. Okay. Running GNOME. So running GNOME on a graphical VM to create a virtual machine with a graphical user interface, add the following lines to the configuration. What's the time? Let's see how long is it. Okay. That's it, right? That's not much, but okay. To create a virtual machine with a graphical user interface, add the following line. Well, we did that before, kind of, when we rebuild it, what I already had. Services, enable true services. Yeah, you just add display manager and the desktop. We'll activate X11, the GDM, and GNOME. And GNOME. On NixOS, use installation cd graphical GNOME Nix to generate the configuration file. Nix shell. Oh, is this a different one? Installation cd graphical. Oh, right. So this is like when you go to, I think, NixOS.org, and you go to download. And where's the NixOS? Yes. So the download latest NixOS GNOME. This is the latest. And there's the minimal one. latest NixOS minimal. So I guess that's the same thing. Installation CD, graphical GNOME Nix. I interesting how it extracts it. Nix packages. I think that's from GitHub, right? NixOS generate config here. That's the same thing. We would have to generate it again, but we will have to make a new. Will we have to generate it again? Can I just add? Can I just, so look at this. But what will happen if I just add this thing? If I just add these things and boot it up and then build it, right? Then it will rebuild it like that. Yeah, if we add these things to the configuration. Okay, this bell probably means that we can generate the configuration file immediately, like with this command in the Nix shell. Or we can just add these lines to the configuration file that we already made with minimal. Hey, to complete configuration.nix file looks like this. All right. And to get a graphical output, run the virtual machine without special options. So this is what we did. Yeah, this thing. This is what we did. Nix build, Nix packages, AM, Nix packages, NixOS. You can do this with the Nix manager, right? Running Sway as Wayland compositor. Program Sway enable. Yeah, this is just same arguments, imports, virtualization. Arguments to QEMU can also be added to the configuration file. Imports, virtualization, QEMU options, device. So you can, okay. Oh, I thought this was going to be like a longer one. Integration testing with NixOS virtual machines. Oh, this is interesting. Tests. This is very interesting. There is a whole. I saw on ZF0 Hydra failures. There are these integration tests. I think they're calling integration tests that fail, and then you can help in like building those. Okay, I'm gonna stop here with the recording and do next time integration testing. And I think I'm gonna look a little bit of more information on integration testing to see, to maybe build this out a bit more. I don't know. Interesting. All right. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.